All right, Warriors, Patriots, and Preppers, I got 6 items that you should stockpile for SHTF bartering, and 1 item that I think, no matter under any circumstances, you should ever barter. Let's get into it. Alcohol. Now I get these little shooters anytime I go to the liquor store, pick up a bottle. I have kind of like a whiskey collection going on. I'll make sure to buy 2, 3, maybe 4 of these, kind of like whatever's going to be my change. I'll make sure to just max out whatever I have and pick up some of these. Now, these have also come in handy when supplies are running low. Pre-shit hit the fan. So always good to have around, great to take on flights with you and travel with, but going to be a major bartering item. And, you know, just like the candy bars, it can be a pretty good morale booster. Should you just be hanging out, waiting for services to come back on. Maybe it's only like a couple days, you're running low on some alcohol and you just want to have a good time, just go ahead and crack open the supply and have at it. And I think it's an underrated one, toiletries. Now, I just grabbed the deodorant and some talcum powder. I mean, you could be whatever you want. I think a lot of people, I know myself, I don't go too deep on stocking up deodorant. Got maybe 2 at the most in stock. Might be a comfort item too for a lot of people. But one of the big ones I'm thinking about is toothpaste. Hygiene and especially dental care is going to be very important during grid down. And I don't know how many people really stock up beyond the 1 tube that they have. So it might be a great inexpensive item that you could stock up a lot of and use to barter. Also, let's go into the second one here. There's a couple different ways you could do this one. Candy bars. You can do regular size, you can do fun size, mix it up with different types of candy bars, whatever you want. Now, when I look at these candy bars, it has me thinking about bartering in general. Kind of a lost art in America is negotiating, bartering, and trading. So, you know, when I look at this, I think I would probably start out with the fun size, close the deal with the regular size, and just use these as maybe little giveaways or throw-ins to close the deal as well. So just part of all these items, regardless of what it is, you're going to want to think about how you plan on negotiating and bartering with those items. So that's 2. Let's get down to 3. Now this is another item I think there's a little bit of different ways you might want to work with it, and also an underrated item in terms of bartering. I don't see too many people say that they want to barter with this item. Should hit the fan. But batteries. Now there's a couple different ways you could do batteries. You can do like the cheap ones like this, and that's why I have them in a package, because really the plan would be to barter with these or kind of use these last case scenario. Or you could do like quality batteries. So grid's down, somebody needs the batteries for whatever item it is they want to get going. They might not care the quality of batteries and be able to give you a ton of stuff in exchange for them just because they need to get it up and going. They need to get the radio working. They need to get the power tool working. They need to get the lamp working. Whatever it is that they have that requires batteries that they want to use, this could go a long way, even if it's a cheap little dollar store brand battery. So keep that in mind when you're stocking up items for bartering with. Next up, now there's a couple different ways you can pull off this item too. And I'll kind of show you how I have it set up. So you got 10 ounce bars of silver, 5 ounce bars of silver, and 1 ounce bars of silver. I personally think the silver is more for wealth protection, post like reestablishing whatever economy we have going on after there's maybe a big collapse, major war, something like that. Silver's never going to lose value. It's always going to have some sort of value it has throughout the history of the time. Now, obviously, it's going to be harder to negotiate with a 10 ounce bar or a 5 ounce bar than it is a 1 ounce bar. I'm sure you guys have seen Mark Dice's videos where he tries to trade people like a bar of silver or a Snickers. They ask them which one they want and they like pick the Snickers. So you're going to have maybe an uphill battle bartering with silver with the average bear. Now, if it's another prepper, somebody who's informed, something like that, I mean, it might be a very smooth transaction, but if you could do it in increments of 1 versus 5 or 10, I think you're going to be better off in the long run than trying to, you know, go for broke with a 10 ounce bar of silver when you're negotiating. So a couple different ways to split it up, but really to me, this could be a barter item / just kind of protecting yourself so when things get reestablished, you have some sort of wealth. Next item I think is very underrated, and I just grabbed this as an example, is tools. Now, it could be a hammer, it could be a screwdriver, it could be a wrench. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people in this country who don't know, one, don't even know how to use tools, but don't have tools. And if we're in a situation where we're doing a complete rebuild, or we're having to go a little bit more back to the way things were before the power grid was all over the place, and people are having to repair and work on the stuff that they have there, there's going to be a huge need for tools. You might even be able to reestablish some wealth, just like you would with the silver, by selling and trading tools. So something to keep in mind. I know there's a lot of opportunities, whether it's like Harbor Freight, flea market, stuff like that, to pick up some tools very, very inexpensively. Now next, I'm going to get to the one item that I don't think under any circumstances you should ever barter with. And I see people say they're going to barter with it all the time. Ammunition. I do not know why for the life of me you would ever hand something to somebody, regardless of whether you know them, because people do shitty things in shitty times. So whether you know them, whether you don't know them, what would ever cause you to barter something that could kill you? Now, granted, a tool could kill you, a hammer could kill you, but you know, if you have weapons and this and that, you're going to be able to protect yourself. Giving somebody ammunition just seems absolutely ridiculous to me, and I'm very, very shocked sometimes when I see people say that it's going to be an item that they barter with. Maybe it's some internet code I don't know about where they're talking about, yeah, the currency I'm going to barter with is ammo. They're going to go around killing and shooting people. I don't think that's going to work out as well as you think it's going to work out either. But if you're really, really talking about bartering ammo, I think it's absolutely foolish. So just to kind of recap, we got candy bars, alcohol, batteries, toiletries, silver, and tools. The stuff that you could easily start stockpiling now to barter with should shit hit the fan. And I don't think you should ever barter with ammo.